going to try something a little bit different today to see if it works. I haven't tested this beforehand, so I have no idea if it works or not. Now, I did some squishies the other day, and I absolutely love this stuff. I thought it was great. So what I thought I would do is, rather than make a squishy with it, see if I can create some really stunning lamps with it. So before I can create the lamps, which I'm going to do in these round things, what I'm going to do is pour my squishy stuff and let that cure up. Make sure the mold's fairly clean first. And I'm going to use 3 different methods to see which one works once these squishy ones are cured up. Now, this is a silicone, but it doesn't go hard. It stays really sticky and squidgy. And it's great for making stress relievers and things like that. Not something I would give to young children, certainly. This is a silicone, not a resin, as I kept referring to it in my video. I don't know why. It's because I've got resin on the brain and not much else, I think. And I'm going to mix this up. It's really easy to do. I'm going to mix it up as a 1-to-1. Now, these make brilliant stress relievers and squidgy items, but they're not something I would give to a young child. And I'm going to try 3 different methods once it's cured. Okay, so I've got my squishy silicone mixed up. What I'm going to do is pour a little bit into these molds first, not filling them right up. I want to make sure that I give them a bit of a squidgy-widgy first. This flat bare mold, that should be okay. So let's give these a bit of a squidgy-widgy, making sure I'm getting everything into all the areas that I need it. And now I can fill these up right to the very top. And the great thing is, this is a quick cure, so it's going to cure within about an hour and be ready for me to do the next stage. These are all cured now, so we can take them out of the molds. Now, you want to be gentle with this, and also make sure you wear gloves, because if you don't wear gloves, you're never going to get them out. They're just going to stick to your hands and your fingers and everything else. Now, you might think at first they're not going to come out, but actually they do. Just work them out slowly. And I left these to cure for about, I think it was about an hour and a half, but it's not very warm in here today. They're so sticky. They're so squidgy. And it's so stretchy. I don't know if this is going to work. I hope it works. Then I think this is going to make some great bestsellers. Something a little bit different. Ah, there we go. It's a little doggy. Look. It's so cute. And it'll be sticky until you've put something on it. Now, I'm going to try and put some glitter on it, which I've not tried before. I don't know if the glitter's going to stick to it or not. Yeah, the glitter is sticking to it lovely. Look at that little doggy. So sweet. And again, it can be squeezed because they are stress relieving things, really. And what I've got here is some micro brushes. What I'm going to do is feed those through here like this. So I can then spend that in there like that, ready to put my resin in. But this one, I'm going to try something slightly different. I'm going to put chameleon flakes on this one, and that's because that is a little cherub. Oh, love spelt it. That's come out quite nicely. I wonder if this one will fit in here. Oh, it will. So I can go, not use that one and use a smaller one. Put the cherub in that one. And this one, I'm just using nude. Actually, I don't think I can use it nude because it will stick to everything, won't it? Like it is to my gloves. I use mica powder on this one. A little bit of gold mica powder. Or a lot of gold mica powder, by the looks of it. Poor Teddy. I'm everywhere. I got it everywhere. Look. Look, Jay, I got it everywhere. Well, the bear didn't work because it now looks like an absolute Halloween monster because I've stuck those sticks in it. So that is not going to work. So what I might do with that bear is just put him in there like that. He still looks a bit angry bear. So I'm going to put him in there like that and then pour resin on it from there and see what happens. So that's all mixed up now and ready to pour in here. What I'm going to do is lift that out a little bit and then put some resin in. Now, I've used a deep pour resin here because I think that's quite important. I'm hoping these aren't going to float up and that these are actually heavier than the resin. And now once I've got that in there where I want it, I'm going to chop this up. There we go. Let's move that one to one side. And now I'm going to do exactly the same with this one. Pour the resin in, but hopefully the chameleon flakes are all going to stay stuck to it until I take it out, but we will see. And again, this is deep pour resin. we'll be able to see in this one if it is going to float up or not, because this is a transparent mould. No, it's not floating, which is excellent. I do need to mix some more resin up and finish pouring those off, and then I'm going to leave them to cure for 48 hours. Well, these have cured now, but I'm not sure if it's worked out what I want to do. What I'm going to do is just take off that and then pull off any resin that got stuck to the top. Now I'm going to try and remove these little sticky molds before I take them out of the actual mold itself. Although it does seem, the resin does seem to have stuck to it. Let's take them out the molds. It hasn't gone out too bad. It's all gone to one side, but you can still see that there's a little dog in it, and it looks quite three-dimensional. But it kind of has floated and stuck to the side rather than suspended in the middle. And all the glitter did stick to the resin rather than come off. I need to get that bit out though. That worked much better than I thought it was gonna work on that one. Maybe it'd be easier if I took them out of the molds first. And this was the angel one as opposed to the dog one. So let's pull that out. And again, that has really stuck to there so well. And you can definitely see that angel in there. What I'm gonna do is trim these bits up where the resin has stuck to it. This one definitely didn't work. Look, unless I can pull that bear out of there. Oh, mind you, I should be able to pull it out from the other side. No, because only his ear. He floated up to the top, look. He didn't. I would have probably been better off putting this straight onto the mould as opposed to trying to cover it in mica powder. I'd probably been better off putting it on the mould first and then putting the mica powder on it. Because at the moment, he just looks like, poor bear looks like he's been eaten away. So let me trim these up. I'm just going to use my deburring tool for this because I think that's going to be the best thing to use. When I was looking at these when they were curing, I thought that is not going to work. This is going to be a waste of time. But I'm so pleased with how those two have come out. So I'm going to try again, but this time I'm using bigger globes and they come in the set. But I've put wider lolly sticks through rather than the sticks, hoping that they are going to suspend more centrally, and they do seem to be suspending more centrally, and I've covered them all in the microfine glitter. I also used a bit of Vaseline on these sticks before I pushed them through to help them slide through a lot easier. So let's see how well they turn out. I'm going to pour this slightly different this time. What I'm going to do is fill this up quite a long way using the deep pour resin. Then I'm going to pop in my items like this and then top this up. And I'll do the same with all of them. And for the bear this time, I've not put anything on it. So it's completely naked, that bear. Let's take whatever that is out. So as you can see, that's completely naked. Let's move that to one side. Because I want to see how the naked bear works. And it has stuck to the mould this time. Whether it's going to stay stuck, I don't know. Put that to one side. And then I'm going to fill these two up. So these are all cured now. And we can see if it's worked better. It looks definitely like it has. And they've stayed in position. Now this one did seem to want to keep floating to the side. So what I did was, when it was in here, I took one of these. And you could use a cocktail stick or something similar. And I just pushed that in. Held it up against that stick. And it stopped it floating from the side. So it had a bit of support here and a bit of support there. So let's get these out of these molds. Yeah, that's definitely much more central in there, but obviously we need to take this out. Well, I suppose we could leave it in, but I don't want to leave it in. Oh, and that has come out much better. I really, really like the way that has come out. So what I'm going to do is take the rest out and then see if they light up well. So they're all done now and they've come out really, really well. I absolutely love them. I think that's a bloodhound, and that's on a light base, and that has come out so well. Well, it is three-dimensional, and without the light on, you can still see that in there. That has come out really, really well. Here's the cherub, so you can all the details of that one much clearer, I think, than that one. So it's because they're round, I can't hold on to them. And they've stayed very central. When I didn't do it with the stick to start with, that's how it came out, and it leaned against there. But now, obviously, it has come out so much better. And some of that glitter has come off and gone into there, and now it's really glittery all the way through, as well as in there. I will definitely be using that squishy silicone to be doing a lot more things like this, because I really, really love how they've come out. I do genuinely think they're going to be popular. And that's what it looks like without a light on. And this is the bear that I did without any glitter or anything on it at all. And that has come out. It's not a brilliant bear mould, to be honest, but it has come out well, and it did remove from the silicone really, really easily. So I'll be making quite a few of these now, certainly like this, going forward. with different molds that I've got and being able to make this type of finish to them, because they are lovely and hollow from the inside, and so it saves you some resin, and they give a great effect as well. Now, if you want to learn more about resin and experimenting with resin, then check out the video that I've got coming up next. Boot that like button, hit that subscribe button, but most of all, enjoy your resin. Take care. Bye.